got another little eBay purchase I wanted to show you. I thought it was kind of cool. It is a USB powered 1 meter 60 LED white LED strip. So it was bought by Richard 059602276211. Seriously, Richard, what is that? The account to your Swiss bank account? You don't need to put all that into a username on eBay. Wow. Anyway, it cost me $7.91 of free shipping and came from Portland, Oregon. And it came in this nice little anti-static bag. So if we open it on up, really stiff. There we go. It comes with a USB termination, and I think it's like a 3-foot cord as well, directly tied into the LEDs that are on a nice little spool. And yeah, 3 feet of LEDs that terminate directly in the USB. Now the strip, since these are not WS2812s or anything crazy like that, they're just 50-50 size LEDs that are white. They only have 2 connections, positive and ground, and each one has its own current limiting resistor on it. Let me see if I can focus in a lot closer here. There we go. See, yeah, these are just regular white LEDs, and you can cut them anywhere, just like any of the strips, if you wanted to make it into 2 pieces, 3 pieces, whatever, and just resolder on over. So I'm going to be using the nice little USB voltage tester that I have here. I'm going to read it out for you. First I'm going to try it in the computer, which yes, I already have, so it's not like I'm going to fry it. Flip the screen over so I can actually read it. Okay, so I got 5.03 volts coming out of my USB port on my laptop. So let's move the mouse out of the way and plug it in. And yeah, that's pretty bright. The voltage sags down to 4.5 volts, and I'm pulling 6.2 watts at 1.39 amps. I'm actually surprised I'm getting that out of a USB 2 port out of a laptop. So maybe we shouldn't keep this plugged in too long, because you're only supposed to be having 0.5 amp out of a laptop. I don't want to fry the port. So let's move over to a USB battery bank. And I've done a review on this before. I have 2 ports on here. I have a 1 amp and a 2 amp output. So let's try the 1 amp. Get my battery bank to be happy. There we go. Okay, so I'm still pulling about the same amount of power, so I have the same amount of brightness. 1.46 amps, ever so slightly more. And I don't have as much voltage sag on this one. I got 4.86 volts at 7.2 watts, so these are going to be slightly brighter now than when they were plugged into the laptop. Let's see if I can move this on over here. Remember them, I have my exposure locked, so this really is how bright they are. So now the thing is, the listing says that each one of these LEDs are 60 milliamps each, and there's 60 LEDs. So if you do the quick math, 0.06 times 60 comes out to 3.6 amps total. So technically this thing should get brighter. So I'm going to move it over to the 2 amp port on my USB battery bank and see if it gets any brighter, pulls more power, because I don't think we're maxing out these strings yet. Let's go to 2 amp port, and that really didn't do that much. Voltage sag is about the same. I'm at 4.85 volts, and I'm running 1.55 amps, so it's a little bit more amperage. Instead of 7.1 watts, I think it was before, I'm pulling 7.5. So I think it's about as much as I'm going to be able to make out of what I have. I don't have a quick charge 3 port or anything like that. Not that it would negotiate with this and actually give it that much power. So they don't feel like they're warming up at all, but they're definitely pulling some milliamps. But yeah, they're nice and bright. Wow. Actually, I bought this because eventually I want to add these lights on to my manual pick and place, which I have over here sitting on top, and give it some better lighting for when I'm actually putting components in. Because right now, on the bottom of it, let's see if I can lift this up correctly, I only got a little 4 LED thing sticking right here. It helps a little bit, but it's nowhere near enough. So I want to actually cut the string in two, and yeah, I want to cut the string in two and put a half on each side of the board. This way it fully illuminates everything. I can run it right off the battery bank. So, yeah, not even warming up or anything like that. So, and these are also sealed. They have the epoxy on them, so when I go to cut it, I'm going to have to scrape off a little bit of the epoxy so I can resolder a wire to run from one side to the other. So this is actually really good for, what, $8? For $8, these are really good. The only thing is I would recommend, if you're going to power these, do not power them in your laptop or your desktop unless it specifically says it's 2 amp port minimum. It's best to run this off of either a dedicated wall USB in case you fry something, or better yet, run it from a battery bank, because most ports on a laptop or desktop are only designed to put out a half an amp max. As you saw, for some reason, my USB 2.0 port on my laptop was putting out 1.3 or 1.4 amps. I'm surprised it actually ran that long. So I would recommend not doing that. You might fry the port and you lose a port on your laptop. You can't exactly replace them very easily. And here it is, real close. I can show you, I'm not lying about the numbers. That's what it's actually pulling from my USB battery bank. So there you go. It's a nice little $8 string. You can use it for whatever you want, as long as you have a 5-volt source of power. Just remember, technically this should pull 3 amps of power total if you really power it good. I don't think my power bank can actually do it. So these can actually get brighter safely. They're not getting 60 milliamps for each unit. I'm going to use it for my pick-and-place machine. You can use it for under-desk lighting if you wanted to. You can't beat it for $8, really. So if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. I always like thumbs up if you like this video. Thanks.